Hi, in this video I'm going to demonstrate massage to the posterior lower limb using the foundation massage techniques. The massage techniques that we're predominantly going to use are our Effleurage, our Petrissage and our Tapotement techniques. We're also going to introduce some superficial frictions to the back of the knee and a little bit of mobilisation or fingertip kneading to the Achilles as well. Okay, right, so we need to expose the treatment area, but we're trying to keep the client covered on the rest of the body areas. One, to keep them warm, and two, to maintain their dignity. Okay, sometimes it helps with the towels just to lift their opposite leg and then just tuck that towel underneath slightly so that when you're massaging, the towel doesn't keep coming down and covering up the treatment area. Okay. Right, then we are going to apply the massage medium. Now for the purposes of today, I'm using the Physique lotion. Okay, but we could use wax, you could use oil, whatever you normally use within your clinical environment. Okay, so I'm going to put roughly about a 50p piece worth or a £2 coin piece worth of lotion onto the hand, and I've maintained contact with the client as I'm warming up that massage medium. Okay, the first technique that we're going to do is our full leg Effleurage. So my legs are in like a wide lunge position, and I'm going to make sure that I'm keeping my abdominal muscles engaged and the posture nice and tall so that you're able to create even pressure through that massage stroke as you're going up the back of the leg. Okay, so you can see from here my hands are in the opposite position. One hand's facing inwards, the other hand is facing in the other direction, and then I'm pressing as I'm covering the gastrocnemius and soleus muscles. I'm reducing pressure as I'm going over the back of the knee, and then applying pressure again as I come into the hamstrings. Okay, so this is a warming technique. It's an introductory massage technique designed to apply the massage medium, but it's also allowing the client to get used to the feel of massage on this area of the body, and it's also warming the muscles for wider treatment too. Okay, then we're going to come into our 1000 hand technique, which is otherwise known as our long stroking technique. This is also Effleurage. Okay, so we're still working in the direction of the lymphatic flow and the direction of the blood flow too. Okay, covering all of the muscle tissue. Okay, and the thumbs are tucked in on this technique too. And then we're going back to that double-handed Effleurage. Then from here, we're going to come into our Petrissage techniques. So our posture is going to change here, and we're now standing in like a squat position. Okay, I'm coming into my kneading technique first. Okay. And from here, so the hands are coming round. There's movement at the shoulder, movement at the elbow on this technique. And one hand slightly works behind the other hand. So we're lifting the tissue up, and we're also performing or providing a transverse stretch to the tissue. Okay. So I've covered that hamstring area. Then I'm going to jump over the knee. So we're just avoiding treatment over the back of the knee because that's the popliteal space where there's the popliteal nerve, artery and vein. And we're coming into the gastrocnemius and the soleus muscles too. So this is our kneading Petrissage technique. Okay, then from here, I'm going to flush with the Effleurage technique. Depending on how much treatment time you've got available to you, you could do 2, 3 or even 4 flush Effleurages. And then from here, I'm going to move on to the ringing technique. This is also a Petrissage technique. So in this instance, I've got one hand pointing downwards, the other hand pointing upwards. I'm going to squeeze the tissue to lift the muscle up, and then I'm swapping those hands over. So starting at the hamstring, then working down the body to the gastrocnemius and soleus. So trying to keep that lift in the tissue. So each time you swap sides, you're squeezing the muscle before you swap those hands over. Okay. Then from here, so again, depending on how much treatment time you've got available would depend on how many rounds up and down the leg you would do. Then we're moving into our effleurage again. And then we're going to come into our rolling technique. This is also a Petrissage technique. This is one where we've got our hands in that diamond or triangle position. And then we move our thumbs towards our fingers. Okay, so we lift the tissue, thumbs towards the fingers. So we're coming back, squeezing. So squeeze the hands down into the tissue first, and then you keep the fingers still as you move the thumbs towards the fingers. If the client has got a lot of muscle tone and the muscle is quite tight, the tissue might not lift up very much, but they'll still feel the benefits of the technique. Okay, so working down the leg. Now covering that gastrocnemius and soleus muscles. And it's quite nice to work all the way down towards the ankle, because then you're covering the Achilles as well a little bit. Okay. So we're now working our way back up the leg, just avoiding the back of the knee. But still trying to, so you're not lifting your hands off the client's body as you pass over the back of the knee, because you still want it to flow and to feel comfortable for the client. And then from here, we're going to flush that area again with our Effleurage technique. And then we're going to move on to our Tapotement technique. Now there's loads of Tapotement techniques out there. So we're just going to demonstrate two in this video. We're going to demonstrate our hacking technique and our cupping technique. Now again, there's different variations of doing Tapotement, but the way that I do is fingers open and loose wrists, and we're listening for the sound. So the other word that these techniques are referred to is percussion. So percussion, you're listening for that sound. You're trying to produce a micro contraction on the tissue. So you're looking for the tissue to be jumping. So we're stimulating the nervous system and those micro contractions, and we're coming over the hamstrings, covering all of the muscle, and we're also coming onto the gastrocnemius as well. I'm not going to go down onto the soleus of my client today because she's quite slight. Okay, then from here, I'm going to come into Effleurage just to flush it for a moment before we go into our second Tapotement technique. Now our Tapotement techniques also produce erythema, and we can see a little example of that erythema starting to come up on the skin here. So our erythema demonstrates that increase in localized blood flow. So for our cupping technique, I'm creating a little well in my hands here, And because that's going to produce that suction sound, I want to keep that well in my hand whilst I'm doing this technique. So I'm pushing my thumb into my fingers and my fingers are straight. That helps then to contract these muscles within the hands. And this one to me always sounds like a horse trotting. Okay, so you're listening for that suction sound. And again, you're trying to cover the whole of the area, hamstrings and the gastrocnemius. Now, if you have got a client that's very sensitive, you can do those tapotement techniques through a towel as well. So you will see sometimes tapotement being performed through a towel for that reason. Okay, so then we're then into our effleurage, just to flush those techniques. Then from here, I'm now coming around the back of the knee and performing superficial frictions. So I do this in like a square. So at the moment I'm doing small longitudinal friction on the lateral side of the knee. Then I'm coming across the top of the knee transversely. So my thumbs are going like this, okay, and I'm coming across the back of the knee here. So it's quite nice because we're going over those tendons. We've got the tendons of the hamstrings muscle. So bicep femoris tendon on one side, semimembranosus, semitendinosus tendon on the other side. Then I'm going to come to the medial side of the back of the knee. Now going longitudinally again. And then I'm going to come just below the knee. And we'll be being careful not to press or rest on the back of the knee. So we're resting just above that knee joint. Okay, and now I'm going just below the back of the knee. Okay, and again, depending on how much time we've got available, we could do 1, 2 or 3 rounds of this. Feels quite nice and relaxing for the client. Okay, then from here, we're going to do our full leg effleurage again, just to keep the muscle nice and warm. And then we're going to lift the lower part of the leg. So we're going to flex the client's knee, move the bolster and place their foot onto your shoulder. So I'm just going to lift this up here as I take the bolster away, and I'm going to place that bolster underneath the leg. Then from here, I'm going to take a seat onto the couch. You could place a towel if you've already covered the front of the leg and the foot has got some medium on there. Then you could take a small towel just to protect your clothing, place that on your shoulder as you then put the foot onto your shoulder. Then from here, we're going to use our forearms and do our forearm ringing. This is really nice because with the leg in that flexed position, or the knee I should say in that flexed position, that encourages the gastrocnemius to relax that little bit more. Okay, so the muscle is nice and relaxed and you're able to get a better lift on the muscle tissue. So doing that forearm soaring, or forearm ringing I should say. So each time you get to the side, you're lifting the tissue up and then you're crossing your forearms over and stretching that muscle out. So lift and stretch, lift and stretch. Again, working those forearms up and down the calf region. Then after that, we can do our Effleurage, which again feels really nice because the calf and soleus are a little bit more relaxed in this position. And then from here, we're going to lower the leg down, go into that full leg Effleurage, and then do a little bit of kneading massage over the Achilles region. So I'm just going to replace this bolster. Okay, then into that full leg effleurage again. And now from here, I'm coming down to the Achilles and kneading into the Achilles. And again, this feels really nice. The Achilles tendon is often a little bit undertreated, and we use it so much in our everyday movements. Okay. So I'm just using my thumb and my fingertips in order to lift the tissue. Then from here, we can take our finger and thumb either side of the Achilles, just at the bottom of it, near to where it attaches to the calcaneum or calcaneus, and then move the finger and thumb side to side. So we're getting that little S stretch on the Achilles tendon. Some people are worried that this is going to hurt the client. It doesn't hurt. It feels really nice and relaxing. And then we can go back to that fingertip kneading and then finish with that full leg effleurage. Okay, and then when you've finished your treatment to this area of the body, it's quite nice just to cover the client back up again with that towel. That then signals to the client that you've finished that area, and then just do a couple of strokes here just to absorb any of that leftover massage medium that's on the back of the leg. Okay, so that was our demonstration of our full leg effleurage on the back of the leg. Moving on to our full leg petrissage, full leg tapotement techniques. We elevated the lower part of the leg by flexing the back of the knee so we could bring those forearm techniques into the gastrocnemius and the soleus region. And then we also finished off with a little bit of specific work or kneading to the Achilles tendon as well.